Good morning, bruh. The sunlight burn.
Come in this mode.
You know it. Got my $10 Yeller shades on. Yeah, player. I'm Kyle Williams, 26 years old. I drive a 1996 Toyota Supra. Many of you were with me through my lifetime Supra project build, where we replaced the engine, we hit roadblocks, made new friends, and ultimately set new personal records. We achieved a 10-second pass last season. Now we're on the quest for more. Welcome to my 9-second Supra build. So we're gonna do this first this time since nobody ever makes it to the end of the video, and that's where I usually say it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because if you don't subscribe, you're gonna watch this video, you're gonna exit it, and then I'm gonna be lost in the abyss of YouTube and you're never gonna find me again. And you're gonna miss out on all like the Supra and GTRs and Mustang builds that we're doing. So make sure you subscribe and then go on Instagram, because Instagram logo, and follow my Instagram at Supra_Williams, because if you want updates before they come out, then I usually post them on Instagram of like cool parts and stuff. So make sure you go on Instagram, follow me there too. I'm pretty cool. I post lots of dick pics, and enjoy the video. Okay, I get this question a lot. I don't really know how to go about it because I've never really went through the full process, but I'm going to explain to you as much as I know, and hopefully it helps you guys out. So I have my notes here, and this is what we're going to follow for guidelines. A lot of you guys always ask me how I imported my Supra, what it cost, and like the troubles you go through with importing a car. So this is mainly referring to the Canada guys, because you guys in America land, you guys can't import the Supra yet until next year when you can get the 1993s, I believe, because you guys have a 25-year rule, whereas Canada only has a 15-year rule. So after 15 years you can import it to Canada, after 25 you can import it to America. But if you guys want to come to Canada, we don't have a wall, it's just really cold, so you guys can move from America to Canada if you want. Can't help it that we live in Canadian land. America. Canadian land. We don't need a wall because no one wants to come here, it's too cold. So America, you're gonna be mad. Canada land, you guys are gonna love it because we get cheap Supras. So, alright, so to import a car, you usually have two ways to do it. You can do it on your own. I'm really not sure about how to do it because I've never done it that way, but I know you can go on auction sites and bid for yourself and then get all the insurance and shipping and everything all figured out. And there's a lot of auction sites that you can choose from. I don't know any specific ones, but if you just go on the interwebs and look, you could probably find a couple auction sites. And everything that you bid for is in the Japanese currency from where you're gonna buy the car. The process of going through that is you're gonna find an importer, and you have many to choose from. There's usually a bunch. I went to Zen Auto Works. I don't know if that helps anybody, but I think there's like Zen Auto Works and B-Pro, and that's just a couple from Alberta that I know of. Now there might be a couple in the States that guys are doing it, because you guys can order the GTRs now, like the first R32s. So you're gonna wanna find an importer. First thing. All right, so after you find your importer, you're gonna want to go to their auction pages. Usually, if you go on their website, they'll have a link to the auction page and a password and a username that you can usually use. And you're just gonna wanna scroll through, and once you find a car that you like, they usually take a deposit, and then when that car goes up for auction, they'll bid for you on it. So you give them your deposit, and then you tell them kind of what kind of price range you're looking at, and that's kind of how far they'll bid for you. The good side to something like this is I managed to get my Supra for like $16,000 in auction or something like that, a twin turbo 6-speed. Then there was like import fees and shipping fees and everything. So all said and done, it was around $20,000 to get my car to my door from Japan. Now you're gonna have a bit of wait time. I think it's around 2 to 3 months typically for a car from when you win at an auction to when it gets shipped over. All right, so I moved into the computer room. I originally didn't want to do this here because the red background is kind of shit and it really needs to be painted. It's like a really bad. Ironically enough, I went through the history of this specific company, and I found actually my Supra that I bought. So I'm gonna show you guys this now. So I think I have a screen recorder program that I'm gonna pull up. Screen recorder. I don't know how to use this though. Capture full screen. And I'm gonna open this back up. Okay, so, yeah, obviously we're looking at my car now, and you can see that it had 88,000 kilometers, and 6-speed manual, rear-wheel drive, and okay, so that's what it was like when these are the photos you get when it's in auction, kind of. These are the photos I got after auction. I kind of got lucky about that. But then we'll go through them real quick. That's what it looked like. It had nice Koenig wheels on it. I bent one, and now I don't have them anymore. I actually gave them to Matt. He's the guy in the Talon video with the smart car. It actually looked really sexy. Since then it faded a bit and it looks stupid. I'm just wondering if they have an auction sheet on here. Look how clean the engine bay was when I got it. It was like literally polished. Looks dumb now. Toyota Supra. Okay, so this is your auction house. This is what you're going to be looking at. Essentially, you can just look down on the side and figure out which one you want to look at, and we'll click on this white one because it looks pretty good. So this is what you're gonna get. It will have a sheet somewhere with the auction grade and everything on it. It's supposed to. It doesn't. Maybe this process has changed since I started. Alright, so here's a quick rundown of the auction grades that I was talking about. Every car in auction will have a grade rated to it. So if you just want to quickly take a glance over this, then you can see what I'm actually talking about. 4.5 is the best you can really get out there. When I imported mine, it was a 3.5. Why the fuck does the camera keep not focusing on me? So I bought mine, it was a 3.5, which turns out to be an excellent unit. Mine had like a faded hood, a couple of rock chips, stuff like that. An R vehicle is what you kind of want to avoid because an R grade it's a repair title and it's been in an accident before. And then there's interior grades with A and A+. Also on your auction form you'll find stuff like this, where it'll show the actual damage on the car, and like an A1 might be a small scratch or a dent, and then an A3 might be a larger medium-sized scratch or dent. And you'll basically get a run out of this of the whole car on the side. It'll give you your kilometer ratings, and then once you get back into the actual auction, like here, it'll tell you a starting bid. And that's the minimum that the car is gonna go for. You can expect a much higher price. So this Supra that we actually opened right here, that looks very stock and pretty good. It'll give you your starting price right here, which is $14,000. I think that's US prices when it does the conversion. It looks like a very nice Supra, automatic. So it's got 55,000 kilometers, and you just get basically your information. So with all this information, what you're gonna wanna do is you're going to want to contact your importer. You give them your max price for bidding, you give them your deposit, and then they're gonna bid on it. So if you win the car, you actually have to get shipping insurance, you have to pay for shipping, and when it gets to where it's landed, then you need to get it inspected and insured. That's just a couple of the fees associated with importing your vehicle. Now, if you do import a vehicle, it's gonna cost you much less than buying one that's already been imported. All right, so if you import a vehicle, it's gonna cost you a lot less than if you buy one that's already been imported. You have a lot more options. The only thing is, if you import a vehicle, you can't actually physically inspect it. All you have to go off of is the auction grade ratings and what they put on the sheet. So you never physically get to see the car or inspect it, or you don't know what kind of engine work is done to it. All you really get is a couple pictures of most times the interior, the engine bay, and the outside of the car, and that little tiny sheet that tells you the auction grade and where the dents and everything are. And like I said, there's a lot of different auction sites that you can go to. This was just one. It's a lot different than the one that I actually used. It's the simplest one I could find at the time. And there's lots of different importers. Some people do it just as like a second thing. They just know the system. Some people dedicate a full website to it and that's their full-time job. Ask around and talk to people who've imported cars and their experience with it, because I know a lot of places are kind of shady and they screwed you over. Prices have gone up slightly since I bought my car, so you can't really expect to get a twin turbo 6-speed Supra for $20,000 anymore. I think it's gone up like 25, 30,000 because the newest models are going to be available to the US soon and they're going to start importing right-hand drives, unfortunately. America. I would have preferred to buy a vehicle locally, that way I could inspect it and I kind of knew what the history of it is, if someone kind of bonded over something or repainted it, those kinds of things. You can expect at least a 2 to 3 month wait for shipping. I think they just put them in big sea cans. They like stack 4 or 5 of them there with cables and zip tie them up kind of deal, Japanese style drifter. And yeah, they send it over on a boat. So I kind of hope I cleared up a little bit. I'm not that great at explaining on the process, but I know you guys are asking me how I imported my car or how much it cost. So normally your shipping and your insurance fees and your import fees, mine were around $3,000 because I got the car for 16.7, something like that, and then it ended up being 19 point something all said and done. Yeah, so hopefully you guys learned a little bit about importing a vehicle. I recommend that if you are looking to import your vehicle, go do some research. Go to these auction houses, because there's a bunch of different auction houses, and start looking at how to use them. Contact your local importer guy because he'll probably know a lot more than you about it. And then just work together and you guys can figure out what you want to do to import a car. And everyone should have import cars because V8 cars are stupid. I'm just kidding. I wish I had a V8. Displacement always wins, but there's something about a straight 6 that makes me horny. Anyways, peace easy. I gotta go to work tonight and I'll see you guys in a couple days with a new talent video that I already have made that I just didn't upload yet.